The most recent episode of Attack on Titan was pretty hype. And in this chapter, in this episode, we see Eren completely destroying Marley, and his gang is here, the entire Paris army is here, and they're completely obliterating Marley right in their home base. Eren has just eaten the Warhammer Titan and he's about to eat the Jaw Titan, and Reiner has completely transformed and they're ready to duke it out with each other. Now, a lot of people have conflicting opinions on whether Eren is doing the right thing or if Eren is the villain, if everything has gone wrong. Eren, let's be clear, is not a conventional hero. He's not following the laws of the good guys. He's not being completely, good on both sides, doing the best for everyone. No. But he is doing the best for his people. That's the important thing here. He's not the hero of the world. He's the hero for his people. Now, there are so many things that I have to talk about in this video regarding Eren, but let me start with number one. Before I even start with number one, I'm gonna say that my opinion of Eren is that he is right. I do think Eren is right in this situation, and I'm going to explain it point by point why I think Eren is justified to what he did in Marley. Number one is that Marley has already declared war on Paradise Island. Tiber and Marley, they are joined together and they declared war on Paradise Island. And Eren gave them a chance. To be honest, Eren was right under there and he was waiting till they declared the war. He did not attack before that and he gave them a chance. He observed them, he was willing to listen, he was willing to understand them, and then right after they declared the war, that's when he chose to attack. Now, I have no idea if he would have attacked if they did not give the war. Maybe if they didn't declare the war, maybe he would have attacked. I don't know. But in this situation, he did attack after they declared war. This is very important because this shows that Eren did not have a choice. If Eren did not attack, what would they do? Paradise Island would have been completely obliterated because if he did not bring the war to Marley, Marley and the rest of the nations would bring the war to Paradise Island. They did not have a choice. There was no option for peace. Marley and the rest of the nations, if they combined together, they would destroy Paradise Island. Paradise Island is a very small island in the end of the day, and they would not stand a chance. So the only option here was for Eren to declare war on them right then and there and show them the true power of Paradise Island. Now this is very important because what happens later on in the manga, and we'll save that for another time. But for now, this was completely justified. The second reason is that this was a setup. A lot of people are confused. Now, not just confused, they're frustrated that Eren caused a lot of destruction, a lot of deaths, a lot of innocent people, a lot of children died, and this is all true. And let me start by saying that death of children, death of innocent people is not acceptable in any situation. Any situation, it is not acceptable for anyone to do. Now, that being said, this particular situation was a little bit different. Even though Eren doing that is not acceptable, Mikasa agrees, the rest of the gang from Paradise Island, everyone is on point that Eren has caused too much damage and they're not on board with him just on that. So, that being said though, this was set up from the beginning. What I mean by that is Tiber knew that an attack was coming. Tiber knew that there were spies all around Paradise, from Paradise Island all over Marley, and he set up this entire stage and the performance, all of this was staged so that they can declare war and these spies would reveal themselves and they would attack. This was set up from the beginning. We saw these two, the Commander Margaret and William Tiber. Both of them were discussing this on the carriage, and Tiber clearly says to pack the arena with a lot of civilians. He wanted to pack that area with a lot of fodder generals and the fodder soldiers, and he also wanted to invite civilian aliens, and this was their plan all along. And he even instructed to seat the important guests from other nations and all the reporters on the sides so that they wouldn't get damaged. So why this is important is because Tiber believes that his bloodline is cursed and he wants his bloodline to die out, and He wants to show the whole world that the Paradise Island people are evil. So this was all staged. He knew that he was going to die. He knew that a lot of people are going to die, and the whole world will see this attack. And this was his way to convince all the nations to unite together and attack Paradise Island. So this was a setup from the beginning, and casualties was unavoidable because they were planted there to die. So you cannot blame Eren for the casualties because Marley basically threw these people out there to die. That's one thing I would like to say about the casualties. Of course, casualties in the end of the day is not acceptable. It is a part of war. That is a thing that we have to accept. Even real life casualties are a part of war. It is an evil that we cannot escape. Now, the another point is that this is what I think is the most important point here. Eren. Now, Eren is on a time limit, and he only basically has a few years of his life left, and after that he's going to die out because Titan shifters only live for 13 years. Now, we've already passed a lot of years of his life because he got the Attack Titan way back when, and he's probably going to die in probably a few years, like 3 years or 4 years. Now, that being said, he has the power of the Founding Titan, he has the power of the Attack, and now he has the power of the Warhammer Titan. Now, with these powers, he also gets the memories and information from these Titans, especially the Founding Titan and the Attack Titan. With the Attack Titan, he's even able to see the future of the memories who hold the Attack Titan in the future. And he's also able to see the Founding Titan's memories, and he's also able to see the Warhammer Titan's memories right now. Now, what this means is that he has accumulated so much information, so much memories, and so much information of the past, the present, and the future, so that he is completely enlightened. He doesn't know what to do. He has too much information, and he's doing all of these things based on the things that he has learned. Now, this is very important because a lot of people are upset that he's not discussing this information, he's not talking about it, he's acting like a dictator, he's planning everything by himself. Now, you have to understand that if he were to sit and discuss with Hanji and the rest of the people of Paradise Island, the politics and Levi and all of these people, and they were going to sit down and discuss and then go and attack Marley, it would take forever. It's very, very time consuming for diplomacy in a democratic situation, because if everyone has to come on board, if everyone has to be convinced, he has to tell the whole story that's in his head, all the information and memories that he has learned. He has to share that with all of them, and they have to understand the situation first, and then they have to vote, and he has to convince. It's a long process. Democracy in general itself is a long and tedious process. So he doesn't have the time, he doesn't have the luxury to sit and do all of that stuff, which is why he's taking everything on himself. Another very important point to note here is that Eren has seen the future. He knows the things that William Tybur is talking about, even the things about building the wall, all of that information, he learned it even before we as the readers knew about it. He knew all of this as soon as he got the Founding Titan way back when, and he kissed her hand. He got all the memories from the Founding Titan, and all that information that we are learning right now in the story, he already knows. He already knows the future. He already knows what is about to happen. He knows about the rumbling. He already knows about all the things that happens after that. He also knows the things that we don't know as manga readers. I'm a manga reader, and I've kept up to the manga, and I'm pretty sure he has seen the future of the future Titan shifters, and he knows what is going to happen. So he's trying to change all the future. He's trying to give the best future for his people. So his actions are completely impossible to understand at this point, because we don't know what he saw, we don't know why he's doing this, and we don't know his thought process. He knows too much information that we don't know. So we have to wait till the rest of the chapters come through. We have 3 more chapters left, and we're going to understand more about what is going on. Only then we will understand how Eren is doing this, why he's doing this. Is he completely fallen to the dark side and he wants to be the villain that's going to unite the rest of humanity against him and make the aliens look like heroes? Now that's a possibility. Now that's something that a lot of other shonen genre do, because they want, for example, Madara was the villain, Sasuke wanted to become the villain, and he was going to unite all the other people against him. That way he would unite the ninja world and the ninja world would be at peace. That was his way of thinking. It is possible that this is exactly what Eren is going for. He's planning on uniting all the other people against him so that they would understand and become peaceful with each other. Or he's actually planning to destroy the entire human race so that there will be only one race in the world, and that would be aliens. With just one race in the world, there will be no room for racism. This could be his thought process, or maybe he has another plan in mind because he saw the future of the Attack Titan. It is possible. That's why we don't know where this is going, and this is what makes Attack on Titan a masterpiece. The writer, the author, is so brilliant. He keeps us on our toes. We just don't know what is going to happen, and even as manga reader, I have no idea how this is going to end, because this could end in the most cliche of ways, in which, like Sasuke, he wants to be the villain that unites everyone, then he dies and everyone goes into peace and accepts each other and be happily ever after, which is realistically not a good situation, because like I said, aliens are always going to be feared because they have the power of the Titans. They have the bloodline that could always cause the rumbling again. They have such power and they will always be feared. So it is not logical for one day the humans to just be chummy with the rest of the aliens, especially after witnessing what they're doing now. The rumbling, the Titans fighting each other and causing all these sideline casualties. This is a big problem. Even though the Titans are fighting each other, the aliens are fighting aliens right now, the casualty are the rest of the people, the normal humans who have nothing to do with the war. They are the ones who are suffering the most. So aliens in the end are going to be a problem, and Zeke had his own way of solving the issue, and now Eren has his own way of solving his issues. In the end of the day, this particular situation where Eren came out and started the war, he attacked Marley, he destroyed a lot of people, he killed a lot of people, he ate the Warhammer Titan, all of that was necessary for the survival of his own people. In the end of the day, the current generation of Eldians are innocent. The past old generation, older like 100 years ago, the past generation of Eldians, they were all idiots. They were warmongers. They were destroying each other, they were killing, they were doing all that kind of stuff. But this new generation of Eldians, for the past 100 years, they were either brainwashed and used in Marley, or the remaining population in Paradise were completely, their mind was wiped away and they were completely innocent. They were just minding their own business, they were doing their own thing. They had no idea, and they were being harassed by Eldia, by Marley and the other nations. These people were constantly bombarded with Titans coming, and they were living in fear under the walls. So in the end of the day, you reap what you sow. Marley has been using the Titans to destroy other countries for all these years. Even in the beginning of this arc, we started the first episode with Marley using these Titans to destroy other countries, and the other countries had no choice but to develop weapons just to target these Titans. So Marley is a menace to everyone. Even though they were persecuted a long time ago by the Titans, now they're turning around and using these Titans to destroy the world. That's the problem with Marley. They're too stupid that they are using the same weapons that are used against them. And to make things worse, this whole situation with Paradise Island started because Marley was way too greedy. They sent people over to Paradise Island just to steal the founding Titan. They wanted more power. They wanted the power of the founding Titan, so they sent 4 kids to go steal the founding Titan. And that's what started this whole chain of events. The wall broke, and Eren's mom died, and Eren got angry, and all of this whole cycle started because they were greedy. If you just left Paradise Island on its own, those people would have just died out inside the wall. Eventually, in the end of the day, they cannot survive under the wall for many years. They survive for a few years, eventually the population will kill itself. That's how the logic works. Or they would break out of the wall, they'll come to realize things like that could happen. But they're minding their own business, just leave them alone. Because you bombarded them with all these Titans, they learned to adapt, they learned new technology, they got new weapons, and now they're coming to destroy you. So you cannot blame them for what they're doing. They are perfectly reasonable. They're doing what they were taught to do. They are defending themselves for the first time. So personally, I do think Eren and the Paradise people are right on this situation. And even in the future, when Eren is doing a lot of genocidal nonsense, I do think that he's psychotic. He's gone way out of reality and he doesn't see people as people anymore. But all that comes because of his information. He saw the future, he saw the past, he saw the present, and he sees the chaos that's happening, happened, and is about to happen. And he's making the decision that he thinks is best for humanity and his people. In the end of the day, we have to wait for the remaining three chapters. We'll see how this ends because honestly, I cannot think of a realistic way where this is going to have a happy ending. In the end of the day, a lot of more people are going to die, and it's going to be a messy ending, and it's going to be beautiful. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoy the video. If you have anything to talk about, please comment below. I will see you in another one. Bye.